Today, I will be answering the most common gym questions. Over the years, I've seen countless beginners and even experienced lifters struggle with uncertainties about training, recovery, and everything in between. I've spent years testing different approaches and learning from research studies, and now I want to share what I've learned. So let's get started and clear up some of the confusion once and for all. Starting off with the first question, what is the best workout routine? This might sound like a trick question, but honestly, the best workout routine is the one you don't skip. If you show up consistently, even a simple routine can deliver great results. Set a schedule that fits your life and commit to it. For example, if you can only manage 45 minutes a day, design a routine around compound movements that hit multiple muscle groups. Compound exercises like squats, deadlifts, bench presses, and pull-ups work several muscles at once, making them efficient and effective for building strength and muscle. Consistency beats complexity every time. So don't worry if your routine isn't the most complex. Start simple and build on it over time. I also advise you to begin with full body workouts at least for the first 1 to 2 months. Full body workouts involve exercises that target every major muscle group in one session. This allows you to train frequently and gives you more chances to build strength while learning proper technique. Here's an example of a balanced schedule. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, workout. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, rest and recovery. This allows you to get used to the movements, improves your technique, and helps your body adapt to regular exercise. Once you've built a solid foundation, you can split your routine into upper and lower body days, or push-pull workouts, depending on your goals. But remember, if you're only able to train 3 times a week, consistency is what will help you progress in the long run. How do I start working out? When I first hit the gym, I was intimidated by all the equipment and the experienced lifters. I wasn't sure where to start or which machines to use. My recommendation is to keep things simple and focus on mastering the basics first. Start with fundamental exercises like squats, push-ups, bicep curls, tricep extensions, pull-ups, and the bench press. These movements are the building blocks of strength and muscle, and they'll help you establish a solid foundation. Avoid jumping into advanced exercises that require complex techniques, such as deadlifts or Olympic lifts, right off the bat. There's no rush, and doing them without proper form can lead to injuries. Instead, focus on bodyweight exercises and machines. Machines are great because they guide your movement along a fixed path, reducing the chances of injury. They're also a fantastic way to learn the proper movement patterns without worrying about stability or balancing heavy weights. In your first few weeks, focus on learning proper technique. This might mean using lighter weights or even just body weight to ensure you're performing the exercises correctly. If possible, work with a trainer or watch some instructional videos to get a clear understanding of form. Then, once you feel comfortable, start gradually increasing the weight you're lifting. But remember, progress doesn't need to be fast. Start light and build up slowly over time. Consistency and form are the keys to long-term success. Don't forget that rest and recovery are just as important as the workout itself. Aim for 2 or 3 sessions a week at first, giving your body time to adapt to the new stresses you're placing on it. Stick to this plan for a month or 2 before adding more intense exercises or frequency. This will ensure that you're building strength safely while setting yourself up for continued progress. How often should I work out? In my experience, working out 3 to 5 days a week is optimal. For beginners, aim for 3 days a week to allow ample recovery. As you progress, you might increase to 4 or 5 days. Here's a direct tip. Plan your week with specific training days and rest days. For instance, follow a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday routine if you're just starting out, and adjust as needed based on how your body recovers. How long should a workout last? Most of my workouts last between 45 minutes to 1 hour. That's enough time to warm up, complete your exercises with high intensity, and cool down properly. Avoid unnecessarily long sessions that lead to fatigue. If you're pressed for time, focus on quality over quantity. Stick to a structured routine that targets all major muscle groups in the allotted time. How many sets and reps should I do? This depends on your goals. For muscle hypertrophy, I recommend 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps per exercise. For endurance, aim for 3 to 5 sets of 12 to 20 reps. And for strength, 4 to 6 sets of 1 to 4 reps. Start with these numbers as a baseline, track your progress, and adjust based on how your body responds. If you're not seeing progress in strength, you may need to lower the rep range and increase the load, and vice versa for endurance. What are the best exercises for weight loss? When it comes to weight loss, compound movements are your best friend. Exercises like squats, deadlifts, bench presses, and rows work multiple muscles and boost your metabolism. Incorporate these compound exercises into your routine at least twice a week, and pair them with moderate cardio for best results. Remember, nutrition is key. 30% workouts and 70% food. How can I build muscle? The golden rule for muscle building is progressive overload. This means gradually increasing the demands on your muscles over time, whether by adding more weight, increasing reps, or doing more sets. Every few weeks, aim to push a little harder than your last workout. Track your progress in a workout log and make incremental increases. Consistency and patience are key. What's the best time of the day to work out? I used to worry about the best time of the day, but I learned that the best time is the time that fits your schedule. If you're a morning person, get up early and hit the gym. If evenings work better, that's fine too. Choose a time you can commit to daily and stick with it. Consistency in your schedule is more important than the actual time. How do I get a six-pack? A six-pack isn't achieved by doing endless crunches. It's more about reducing body fat while strengthening your core. Incorporate core exercises 4 to 5 times per week, but also focus on your overall diet. Ensure you're in a slight caloric deficit. Eat plenty of protein, and include both cardio and resistance training. A holistic approach is essential. How much rest should I take between workouts? Rest is as crucial as the workout itself. I always recommend taking 24 to 48 hours of rest between training the same muscle group. The rest period allows your muscles to repair and grow. Listen to your body. If you're sore or fatigued, give yourself an extra day to recover rather than pushing through and risking injury. What should I do on rest days? Rest days are not an excuse to be inactive. I believe in active recovery. I do light activities like walking and stretching to keep the blood flowing and help my muscles recover faster. Plan active recovery sessions into your week. This can be as simple as a 30-minute walk or a gentle stretching routine. Active recovery can reduce muscle soreness and improve overall performance. Do I need a rest day? Yes, you do need rest. I know many of you are incredibly motivated and want to push hard every day, thinking that skipping a rest day will speed up your progress. I used to think the same way until I learned the hard way that proper rest is essential for long-term success and injury prevention. Here's the key fact. Your muscles actually grow and repair themselves during rest, not during your workout. When you exercise, your muscles experience microscopic tears. During recovery, your body repairs these tears, making your muscles bigger and stronger. So giving your body enough time to rest is just as important as the workout itself. How do I stay motivated when progress stalls? There have been times when, despite consistent training, I felt stuck. During those periods, I found that tracking my progress beyond just the numbers, such as how I feel, my energy levels, and overall well-being, was crucial. My direct advice is to keep a workout journal. Write down not only your weights and reps, but also how you felt during the session. This detailed record will help you identify patterns and keep you motivated. Additionally, changing your routine every 8 to 12 weeks to keep things fresh can reignite your passion for training. Do supplements really help? Supplements have been a hot topic for years. I've tried everything from protein powders and creatine to pre-workout formulas. In my experience, supplements can help fill nutritional gaps, but they're not a substitute for a balanced diet and proper training. Focus first on getting your nutrition right through whole foods. Only then should you consider supplements as an addition to support your training. The ones I recommend are protein powder and creatine. Is cardio necessary if I'm focused on lifting? Many lifters worry that cardio will rob them of muscle, and I once did too. However, I've learned that cardio, when programmed correctly, can actually complement my strength training. The key is balance and timing. I typically do low-intensity steady-state cardio 2 to 3 times per week, either after lifting or on separate days. Don't completely cut out cardio, but rather schedule it in a way that doesn't interfere with your lifting. This helps improve recovery and overall fitness without compromising muscle gains. How do I balance cardio and weight training? This is a question I get a lot. Based on my own experience and research, here's what I've discovered about balancing these two components. Avoid doing cardio before lifting. Doing cardio first can deplete your energy reserves and impair your strength during your weight training session. Do cardio after lifting. This allows you to give your best effort during resistance training and then benefit from the cardiovascular work afterward. Ideally, do cardio on separate days. This is the best option if you have the time, as it prevents any potential interference between the two types of training. Plan your week so that your cardio sessions complement your lifting schedule. For example, if you lift on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, consider doing cardio on Tuesday and Thursday, or after your lifting session if time permits. How important is form over quantity? I've learned that proper form is the foundation of effective training. You could do 20 sets a week, but if you're not using the correct technique, you're not going to see the results you want. Always prioritize form over sheer volume. If you're new to exercise, practice with lighter weights until you nail the technique. This not only ensures you're targeting the right muscles, but also reduces the risk of injury. How often should I change my routine? There's a lot of advice out there suggesting that you should change your workout routine frequently to keep your muscles guessing. Early on, I believed that constantly switching exercises was necessary, but over time, I learned that consistency is key. My direct recommendation is to stick with a routine for at least 8 to 12 weeks before making significant changes. This gives your body time to adapt and allows you to accurately measure your progress. Small tweaks are fine, but a complete overhaul every few weeks can prevent you from seeing meaningful gains. When you get to a more advanced level in terms of knowledge, you will have the ability to change your routine every day if needed. But to get to that level, you need at least 1 to 2 years of experience. For now, keep things simple. What's the difference between strength training and hypertrophy training? Strength training focuses on lifting heavier weights for fewer reps, so that's around 1 to 4 reps, and it's aimed for improving your overall strength. Hypertrophy training, on the other hand, is geared towards muscle growth, with higher rep schemes like 8 to 12 reps, and moderate weights. Strength training involves more rest between sets, while hypertrophy training keeps you on a steady pace with slightly shorter rest intervals to increase muscle tension. Can I lose fat and build muscle at the same time? Yes, but it's more difficult to do both simultaneously. This process, known as body recomposition, is most effective for beginners or those returning to training after a break. It typically requires a combination of resistance training, cardio, and proper nutrition. A small calorie deficit combined with strength training can lead to fat loss while still building muscle. For most people, however, focusing on one goal at a time, either fat loss or muscle gain, will produce faster and more noticeable results. How do I eat to support my workouts? Nutrition is a big part of any fitness journey. If you're lifting to build muscle, you'll need a calorie surplus to fuel recovery. Focus on consuming enough protein, which is about 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body weight, healthy fats, and carbohydrates. Prioritize whole foods like lean meats, vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and legumes. Also, ensure you're eating enough throughout the day to fuel your workouts and recover properly. I always recommend eating a balanced meal 1 to 2 hours before working out and refueling with protein and carbs after your workout to maximize recovery. How do I track my progress effectively? Tracking your progress is one of the best ways to ensure you're on the right track. You can do this by keeping a workout log. Write down the weights, sets, and reps you're doing each time you train. If you're consistently adding more weight or increasing your reps with the same weight, you know you're making progress. You can also take progress pictures every few weeks to track physical changes, but don't rely on the scale. Muscle growth isn't always reflected in your weight, so look for other signs of progress like strength, endurance, and how you feel in your workouts. How do I avoid injury while working out? Injury prevention is key, and the best way to avoid it is to start with proper form and technique. Always warm up with dynamic stretches before you work out and cool down afterwards to prevent tight muscles. Don't rush to lift heavier weights before you're ready. Slow, controlled movements will always keep you safer than trying to push too much too fast. On every single exercise, I personally do a warm-up set with a high rep number with low weights. If I'm starting the workout with a big compound lift like the squat or bench press, I have at least 2 warm-up sets before I go into my working ones. Lastly, listen to your body. If something feels wrong, stop, reassess, and take a break if needed. If you want to achieve a Greek god physique naturally, make sure you watch my full video series where I rank the best and worst exercises for muscle building.